I need to tell you both a quick story. So last week was the Fifth Avenue Fair, right? They closed down Fifth Avenue near where we all live.
In
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, not
here in Brooklyn, yeah,
not
Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. I, of course, decide to wear my Cars Ruin Cities t-shirt.
Excellent.
It's a good decision.
What better day to wear that shirt?
For sure.
So I'm walking down the street with my son. You've heard his voice on the show before.
The literal cutest person in Brooklyn.
Yeah. And I hear this guy behind me go, you know, people ruin cities too.
Okay.
I turn around.
Finally, a voice for the cars speaks up.
I turn around, and it's this older dude,
Shocker.
let's say 70s, red shirt, not a MAGA red shirt, but he goes, yeah, you know, people, they ruin cities. I said, okay. And then his buddy, who might have been his brother because they looked really similar, says, well, you better get ready and get your jackboot Sig Heil shoes out. And I said,
what?
Yeah.
That's not where I expected this to go.
No, sorry, I should have prepped you for this.
Not very Park Slopey.
No. And I, again, looked at him and said, okay, have a nice day. And that was it. Very triggering, the Cars Ruin Cities shirt to these gentlemen.
So he was basically accusing you of being
a fascist. On an open street where you can buy things like roast corn and cotton candy, and there are bouncy castles. And
well, that's the beauty of this. This interaction never could have taken place if you were in cars.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's the kind of thing that can only happen on a car-free street.
I almost had that reaction to him of like, dude, you are here enjoying a car-free street. But I realized logic was going to get me nowhere.
And so you were actually protected by Zeb, I believe, that if Zeb had not been there, you might have decided to get into it with this guy.
I'm never going to really get into it with anybody. I sort of feel like, okay, if that's where you're going, like, what am I going to do? There's nothing I'm not going to reason with you. And I'm certainly not going to like pick a fight, even if I had been alone in the middle of like, what am I going to do? Knock over like a spice stand and a silhouette cutout sort of thing. Like, that's not going to be.
I bet you're faster than those guys, though.
I run marathons. So yeah probably.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to a bonus episode of The War on Cars. If you're listening, you support us on Patreon. So thank you.
Yeah, really. Thank you. Because, just thank you.
Someone's going to have to pay for my health care if I get beat up on the Fifth Avenue
That's
of the
right.
street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doug has big
Exactly.
cars.
Someone has to pay for Doug's jackboots.
Yeah.
It's tough to get a cheap jack boot these days.
I think we should put like a warning at the top of this episode. I mean, I'm Jewish, Aaron's Jewish, so maybe we can get away with saying some of those things, but I don't know.
I think the Jews are comfortable with discussion of jack boots.
Yeah. So the reason we tell that story is because there does seem to be a lot of triggered reaction to the social change that we are seeing, the stuff that we advocate for here on the podcast, the stuff that a lot of you are pushing for wherever you live. Car culture, especially on the right, seems really threatened.